Good evening, everybody. Hello, Rob Fuzz. Welcome. Hey, Rob, I am doing the 10 movie challenge. I kind of let myself be challenged when I saw you do it. Hello, Mary Ellen. Good to see you. Awesome. Epcot Bob. Hey, good to have you here. Sooner Girl. Hey, Leanne. Good to see you, my friend. Leanne and I have been talking a lot lately, and she's been a great support. Thank you, Leanne. Hey, Kate Schuster. Thanks for joining. Noah, awesome. Oh my goodness. All these people are joining. Our Disney Adventures, Ohana. Hey, you guys got to contact me. We were going to have you get on the live place, so that would be awesome. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Mary Ellen, how do you like that intro music? I took the theme music right around the Great Movie Ride and plugged it in there. Hey, let's see, Noah. So, all right. Hey, thank you, Kate. It's great to be here. So, guys, why did I do this late? Why did I do a top 10 movie challenge late at night? Well, Epcot Bob could probably tell you because I kind of like the smaller crowds. Hey, Arjons. Awesome. Good to see you, Richard. So, Rob, did you watch that movie yet? I recommended a different movie to Rob today, and I was pretty sure he's going to like that. So, anyway. It's been a while since I've done one of these, these alone at home podcasts. I almost feel a little more comfortable when I'm out, like at the Mall of America. So, all right, okay, well that's cool, Rob. You will love it, trust me. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. So we got 10 watching. Thank you. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'm going to get right into it. So guess what, guys? I am using OBS software. I'm finally trying to be a little more tech savvy, and I am going to go over my top 10 movies tonight. But I was hoping to have more of a conversation with you. So if there are movies that that resonate with you, I would love to hear that. I'll do the best I can keeping up with the comments. And so, without further delay, I am actually going to get into it here. So my number 10 movie is, let's see if I can do this here, Megamind. All right, now, like, I would like to just note, can you guys, hey, AJ, good to see you. Thanks for joining. I think we got a bunch of people like to stay up late. So, Megamind. So for my first movie, I chose something that covered two things. Hey, Bill, thanks for joining. Hey, how's Rob, how am I sounding? I'm using a better microphone here. I'm hoping everything works great. So basically, okay, so Bob, yeah, you like Megamind. Megamind is, oh yeah, Rob, you definitely inspired me to do this top 10, and I'm finally got up the nerve to do it. Megamind covers sort of the animated side, and it covers the comedy side. So I'm going to tell you, I love movies, but I tend to get, I really get into the more serious dramas and some of the longer movies, some of the classics. But from number 10, I thought, well, I got to choose at least one comedy. Thanks, Leanne. And so I chose Megamind. And I just, just for the value of that movie, I laughed so hard. I was kind of thinking about saying Princess Bride, but I decided to go with Megamind, and that way I covered the animated side, and I also covered the comedy. So number 10, Megamind. All right, number 9. You know my number 1, Bob. You are correct. Well, it was kind of an in-between, but yes, Bob will know my number 1. Number 9. Oh, some of you guys are going to, I don't know what you're going to think about this. But ladies, Mary Ellen, Leanne, I'm showing I love this chick flick. Okay, I would call this a chick flick. Pride and Prejudice. And Pride and Prejudice is a movie that the first time I watched it, I thought it was good. I liked it. But the more I have watched that movie, the more I think it's just amazing what they pulled off. The acting, just the what do you call it? Just the way they set up scenes. Yeah, well, if you want to call it feminine side, I understand that, Mary Ellen, but I'm liking that film. It's a good chick flick, and I do like the other ones that woman wrote. What's the woman who wrote Pride and Prejudice? Our Disney Adventure. Hey, welcome. I don't know if did I see it. Yeah, I did see it before. So basically, yeah, sorry, Bob. And I even told Bob, you got to see Pride and Prejudice. It's the one chick flick you got to see. Sense and Sensibility is another good one too, but Pride and Prejudice is my favorite. I did love this version. Some people love the older one, where with boy, I'm forgetting. But hey, Kenny, thanks for joining. Yeah, Jane Austen. Thanks, Leanne. Jane Austen is pretty brilliant, and Sense and Sensibility is another good one. My husband is a movie talker. He talks during movies. Ooh, no, I don't like that. He though I liked this one because of You've Got Mail. Oh yeah, that was a Tom Hanks one if I remember right. But yeah, thanks for joining, Kenny. Nice to have you here. I'm kind of talking fast, aren't I? Why don't we have a conversation here? I want to hear. Oh, let me go back. Back to the camera. Got to keep on top of that tech stuff. So that was number 9. Number 8, I'm going to guess, is not going to be on a lot of your lists. All right. It's kind of a sad movie. Any guesses? Any guesses? Well, there's too much of a delay here, so I'm just going to do it. Richard, so I was glad to see that you liked Pride and Prejudice. See, I'm not the only guy who liked Pride and Prejudice, Bob. It's a great movie. The sets are amazing. Are you using Streamlabs? No, I'm using OBS. I don't know my tech talk real well there, AJ, but I'm using OBS. Number 8 is The Elephant Man. Now, I would be very curious how many of you out there have seen The Elephant Man. The Elephant Man is a sad movie, but is a true story about John Merrick. I think there's some debate on what his first name was, but very sad story, but a very amazing story, very wonderful story. I am a deep guy, Rob. I am a deep guy. Elephant Man was one movie where I would say most of the people that I know that loved it cried. There's just some scenes in there that are killer. So just have your handkerchief with you. Megamind Elephant, I know, pretty crazy, Rob. But let's go back. I got to remember to go back to camera. You don't want to look at the. You guys want to look at me, right? Nice. So you like it. All right. So number 8 was The Elephant Man. Now number 7 is not going to be a stranger to any of you. I'm pretty sure you're all going to like this movie, but there may be some debate on which number. It's a tough movie to sit through. It is a tough movie to sit through, but it's worth it. My favorite elephant movie is Dumbo. Well, that's a good point, Richard. Dumbo was a great movie. All right, number 7 is Star Wars Episode 4. So, guys, I would be very interested in here. I want to ask you this one question. Of the Star Wars movie, which is your favorite? And I have a feeling I think we're going to get in between the 4 and 5. But shout it out if you don't mind. Star Wars. What movie is that? Probably one of your favorites, AJ. Just a guess. But which Star Wars is your favorite? So Kenny says, love the original Star Wars. Thank you, Kenny. I think it was the best. I think 5 was the second one, but episode 5 was very, very cool too. Probably Return of the Jedi. Oh, okay, yeah. I liked Return of the Jedi. I was not a big fan when they went back and did 1, 2, and 3. Our Disney Adventures, The Elephant Man made me cry so much. I'm telling you what, Our Disney Adventures, that movie killed me. That scene where he was over having tea with the doctor and his wife, oh my gosh, that was amazing. Rob Fuzz, because of my age. Oh, okay, yeah, probably. I mean, so Star Wars 4 came out in 77. So when we saw that, Bob and I saw that in the theater, that was like the movie of all movies. I mean, so yeah, I definitely get that. Love the first 3, of course. Yep. Original Star Wars, is the best. 4, 5, and 6, yes. Agreed 100%. I saw it at the theater when I was 14. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right, Richard. Well, you're probably about that much younger than me. I don't want to give away anything here. Empire Strikes Back. So Mary Ellen, that's my son Jordan's favorite one, is Empire Strikes Back. I am all about the original Star Wars movies. Same here, Leanne. They are by far the best. You know, I see some of the new ones and I think they're good. Need some water here. But I don't remember them that well, and I think the original three are the best. Yes, sure was. I was older when Return came out. Oh, okay. Hi, Cargo. Hey, thanks for joining. Cargo is in the house. I actually watched your video today on making that. I started to watch that video on making that. It was a chicken recipe, I believe. And I got to go watch the rest of that. Happy Saturday, everyone. Thank you for joining. Oh, thank you, Kenny. Good to see you. Good to have you here. All right, walking trash cans and all. You know, we were just watching episode 4 tonight, Leanne, and that's kind of what got me thinking I should do this. And yeah, that was so much fun. All right, let's go on. Next movie. I'm going to go back. This will show my age. My 6th favorite movie is Ben-Hur. Ben-Hur, and Ben-Hur is it's a long movie, and it's a somewhat slow-moving movie. But I'm telling you, Ben-Hur is a fantastic movie. It really captures the emotions of the actors and the story. And you know, the story, Ben-Hur, the story, is a made-up story around the story of the Christ. So basically, this guy, I don't remember his name, wrote this book, and it's a story around the time of Jesus Christ. It is a great movie. You all know probably the chariot scene. Anyway, let's see. Let's go back to the comments here. Bill says, don't want to start an argument, but I never was a big Star Wars fan. That's fine, Bill. I'd like to hear what some of your favorite movies are, Bill. In fact, maybe, because I hadn't really decided yet, maybe I better tag Bill to do his top 10 favorite movies. Leanne loves Ben-Hur. I'm glad to hear that. Very long. It is very long. You know what, Mary Ellen? I actually rented out, and Bob will remember this, I rented out a theater here in town, the oldest theater in Minneapolis, and showed Ben-Hur, and I actually did some other movies. And I felt so bad because by the end of the movie, it was so late, and I felt bad. It was during the middle of the week. People had work or school the next day. But Ben-Hur, fantastic movie. Kenny, Ben-Hur is a classic. It sure is. I've seen it many times. Let's see. Can I time out Bill's? No, Rob. I mean, I think Bill is entitled to that opinion, and I am going to ask Bill to maybe give us some of his favorites. Maybe Bill, because I liked watching you go live. You should do this top 10 challenge. All right, so it has an intermission. It's a great intermission. The music in there, it's a good movie. So you like that, Rob? What? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oops, I got to go back to camera. I keep forgetting that. Rob, you met Charlton Heston? I mean, Rob works for like these famous rock groups. He's met Charlton Heston. There is no end to the surprises with Rob Fuzz. He's a great guy, yeah. All right. Let's go on. Next movie. Okay, this is a little bit more current. I like to hear how many people here have seen The Hunt for Red October. Hunt for Red October is darn near a perfect movie. Amazing film written by Tom Clancy. And if you have not seen it, I just highly recommend it. So he gives a good handshake. That's really cool. You got to tell me more about that, Rob. You should have a live stream just about meeting all the famous people you've met, because I know you have. So that is cool. So yeah, Hunt for October. Let me go back to camera. Excellent movie. Alec Baldwin played the main character. Bob, what's the main character's name? I'm kind of blanking because I'm live here. Is Wishing Mouse on? Hey, Zoe. Thanks for joining. I am going over my top 10 favorite movies. And I'll repeat them in the end, but I'm on number I'm on number 5 already, which was The Hunt for Red October. Great movie. Alec Baldwin plays Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan, right? Anyway, highly recommend it. Moves really good. Just a fantastic movie. You love all the Jack Ryan movies, Bill? Yeah, I've seen them all, and I think I've liked them all well enough. But to me, Hunt for October really stood out. All right, saying hi to each other. Awesome. All right, next movie is one that I am going to guess that some of you have never even heard of, and it is The Man from Snowy River. The Man from Snowy River is an incredible movie. How many times am I going to say that? But it is. It's in my top 10. It better be an incredible movie. I went to that movie on a whim when I was living in Houston, Texas, and that movie is it's just like a perfect movie. It's a great story. It's set in Australia, and so I'm seeing some, never seen it. Leanne has seen it. Awesome movie. Let's see. It's going okay. Talking to each other. I thought this was a. Oh yeah, Rob, you're right. Actually, Man from Snowy River Part 2 was a Disney movie, and it was horrible. Disney wrecked it. It's one of those times where I'm going to say Disney did not do a good job. But before, the first version was amazing. And here's, if you watch The Man from Snowy River and you love it, get the music track after. You will not regret it. It's done by Bruce Rowland, and it's amazing. So yeah. I see a gasp there, Cargo, but I'm not sure what that means. Is it because I said The Man from Snowy River? All right. Hey, we got 17 watching. Thank you. Thank you for joining. By the way, everybody keep... hey, Angela, good to see you. Angela, Pirate Princess Red, has joined the stream, and I'm really surprised. I kind of went late thinking, nobody's going to join me. I talked to Bob beforehand, and I said I'll probably get 5 to 10. We have 17, so awesome. He steals movies and ruins. Yeah, you're right, Zoe. I mean, this isn't the first time, and Man from Snowy River is like the worst example of that. The first one was so good. The second one was so bad. All right, all 17. Yeah, thanks, Leanne. All right, keep moving, Dean. Let's go to number 3. All right, the gasp was because you said Disney ruined something. Can I borrow a broom? My jaw's still... yeah, Disney isn't perfect. Casablanca. All right, now this is going back again. I think this is the oldest movie in my choices, but Casablanca is a classic. It was recognized as being one of the most amazing movies in terms of what they did with the visuals, the acting, the story. It was amazing. So Bill, you love Casablanca. Good to hear that. So did Mary Ellen. You can see who I'm connecting with on these older movies. This community stays up late. When I was in Disney making up a stream very late at night, maybe 11, I had 25 people watching at one time. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, we're already up to 20 people. I was not expecting this. Yeah, Humphrey Bogart, what a great actor. I would contend that this was his best movie. We'll always have Paris. Nice, Zoe. I think Zoe knows a lot of movie quotes. You cannot beat Zoe in a movie quote contest. You might know that from the Great Movie Ride. Maybe you should tell me, Zoe. I'm not sure. Our Disney Adventures. I haven't seen Casablanca, but I have always wanted to. Well, you got to be in the right mood. But when you are, just sit down and watch that movie. It's amazing. All right, Kingdom Times. All right, thanks everybody. All right, we're down to the final 2, and I know Bob will already know what these 2 movies are, but I am going to go to African Queen with Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn, which I do an impersonation of, but I'm not going to do that tonight. So then why did I say that? Number 2. Oops, forgot to go back to camera. All right, little camera shot before I go to number 2. What is the right mood for it? Well, I would say, you know, it's it's not a comedy. I mean, if you're in the mood for comedy, there's a little humor in there, but it's not really a comedy. It's more of a serious movie, and so yeah, I don't know how to explain that. Okay, let's. If I missed your comments, sorry. All right, number 2 is the Ten Commandments. So, a little bit of a story here, and appreciate you guys hanging out with me here. I mentioned that I rented out this theater called the Heights, excuse me, the Heights Theater in Minneapolis. And the first movie that I wanted to do was the Ten Commandments. And at that time, he was doing the old format for movies. And there was one copy of the Ten Commandments available, if you can believe that, and it had sound issues. And so he suggested Ben-Hur. And so basically, we went with Ben-Hur. And then I did some other movies there. And then I finally did the Ten Commandments. They got it in the digital. And so basically, we did the Ten Commandments in digital. And that was fun. A friend of mine dressed up as Moses. And anyway, we had 200 people show up that night. It was a lot of fun. Ten Commandments is great. Kenny says, love the Ten Commandments. Watch it every year, Bill says, when it's on TV. Yeah, around Easter time. Me too, Bill. Of course, I have a copy of it. I've seen all these. I'm surprised. Oh, well, cool. Zoe, you're beyond your years. Epcot Bob loves the Ten Commandments. Hey, Scott, sure. Hey, Scott, good to see you. Nice to have you on here. All right, let's keep going down here. Oh, you read Ben-Hur? That's a tough book to read. I've got it too, Zoe, but I'm not much of a reader, so I just watched the movie. Okay, I'd love to hear some of your favorite movies, or if you want to be tagged, I'll tag you. I'm thinking about tagging Bill here. And watched it. Cool. All right, finally, the number 1 movie. And this is one that, I'm not mistaken, it's Bob's favorite movie too. Bob, you'll have to confirm. But my number 1 movie, drum roll please, is Gettysburg. Oh, I bet that sounds boring to everybody. But Gettysburg. So, basically, just so you know, Gettysburg came out, and it was a box office failure. It did not do well in the theaters because in a day of zombie movies and so forth, the younger generation doesn't want to go see a Civil War movie. I am telling you that yes, Gettysburg, and I think that's Bob saying it's his favorite too. Gettysburg. Hey, Mouse Talk, awesome. Good to see you on. Well, I'm going to assume that's Walt or Melissa. Saw you guys on earlier. So just went through my top 10 movies, and Gettysburg is my favorite. Gettysburg is it's the most spot-on perfect movie ever. The 3 primary actors in that movie are Martin Sheen, Jeff Daniels, and Tom Berenger. And these guys, it's amazing. I did not pick Gone with the Wind. That's a great movie, Angela. I would put that as a close to my top 10, but I did not. And so yeah, it's a long movie, but it's a great movie. I've seen it a number of times. So anyway, I would say, yeah, what Bob said there, the rich dialogue in Gettysburg. I almost prefer the dialogue scenes than I do the actual war scenes. And it's all done perfectly, but you guys, if you haven't seen Gettysburg, you gotta watch it. It's just amazing. Am I missing comments? Not sure where I would rank it, but one of my favorites is Citizen Kane. So Bill, Citizen Kane, I know they they've had these like top 100 movies, and they always say Citizen Kane is the best movie of all time. I do find it a little depressing, and I have seen it, and it's an excellent movie. Orson Welles is beyond talent. I mean, his talent level was just so far beyond anyone that he worked with. I don't know how he did it. I've been listening to Orson Welles on classic radio, and he's just amazing. Let's see. Wishing Mouse says, my grandma has all the Gone with the Wind merchandise. Oh, very cool. Are you talking about like from the actual movie or something? Mouse Talk, Shawshank is my favorite. Shawshank Redemption, really good movie. I like that choice. Let's hear some more. The stream really makes a person think about the movies they love. Oh, thanks, Leanne. Yeah, I would love to see Leanne do her top 10 movies. It sounds like we have some in common. Let's see. Day After Tomorrow. Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw that one. Does that have Dennis Quaid in it? I'm thinking it's a Dennis Quaid movie. I think I did. All right, Wishing Mouse, Cars is my favorite. Yep, I actually knew that about Zoe. And Cars was a fantastic movie. I like the first one the best, but Mater is great. Let's see. Does the VHS machine still work? Yeah, right, Kenny. Let's see. I really hope everyone is well. Let's see. I have all the Disney movies on VHS. Thanks. I like Wizard of Oz and Mary Poppins. Oh, yes, Mary Ellen. You know what, Mary Ellen? That's a really good point. Mary Poppins is probably, it's not probably, it's my favorite Disney movie of all time. And it's the first movie I ever saw as a kid. So those are great choices. And I could have just as easily put Mary Poppins in my top 10, but there were too many really good ones that I wanted to get in there. All right. Okay, Dennis Quaid is in that, AJ. Okay, yeah, I have not. I don't remember it too well, but I think it was kind of a end of the world scenario, if I remember right. We had Wishing Mouse says we had all the VHS, but finally brought a VCR like 2 months ago. Oh, really? Still buying VCRs these days. Gettysburg is that long, Richard. It's something you know, for some people you may want to watch it in a couple sittings, but it's fantastic. Okay, so it was The Passion. Oh, serious, Zoe? Wow, that's a pretty heavy movie. Mouse Talk, Lord of the Rings. Woo, yes. Yeah, I'm kind of also surprised I didn't put that in my top 10. Which is your favorite, Walt? Because my favorite is actually The Two Towers. I go back and I watch them. I love all three of them almost the same, but I think The Two Towers is probably my favorite. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that as a kid. That was awesome. First Disney movie I ever saw was Finding Nemo. Oh, that's a great movie. It's such a great movie. Best color movie of all time. Twister. Well, I'll tell you, the thing about Twister is I didn't like it a ton when I saw it, but I keep going back and watching it. Every time I see it's on TV, it's like I want to watch it. So 11:50 here, man. You're pretty late there, Scott. Good to have you on. Let's see. Yes, I was like a week old and saw it in the theaters. A week old. Okay, so you probably don't remember it too well. Twister. Yeah, Twister was, I can understand why somebody might like that. Saving Mr. Banks, awesome movie. Fantastic movie. I really thought that actress did a great job. Oh, you have Star Wars on Laserdisc. I didn't know you had you have to have a special player for that, don't you, Bob? Hey, Dean, how about worst movie? Bill asking, what's the worst movie I ever saw? That's a good, oh, well, man, I might even offend a few people here. I can tell you some movies I didn't like. I was just talking to somebody about this recently, and I liked Interstellar for about 2/3 of it, and then I just hated the end of it. So I kind of remember Interstellar in a bad way. Gosh, oh, I know, Bill. I have the answer to your question. The worst movie I ever saw of all time, it was horrible, is Tommy. And who here is old enough to have seen Tommy or even know what it is? I hated that movie. It was just confusing and gross, and I didn't like it. And it was about a pinball machine player who went blind. Moana is the worst. Oh, okay. I don't remember that being that bad, but interesting. That's interesting. Let's see. Catching up with comments. My first is either Angela says my first is either Bambi or Star Wars. I can't remember which came first. Yeah, sure. You probably saw. Well, you probably saw Bambi's much older, but yeah, interesting. Dune was. Oh yes, Walt. Good call. Dune makes no sense at all. One of the dumbest movies. The secret was the spice, right? The spice was the secret. I hated Dune. Emoji Movie was pretty cringy. I heard that was terrible. Let's see. Wishing Mouse, it was a predecessor to DVD. Never really caught on. Huh. Actually, Rogue One is the worst. Oh, no, I liked Rogue One, Zoe. Huh. Well, Tommy. Have you seen Tommy, Rob? I did not like that movie. Secondhand Lions is a family favorite. Oh, I'm not sure if I've heard of that one. Pinball Wizard is right, Angela. Cinderella 3 was bad. Okay. Let's see. Didn't like Moana. Dune was horrid, but the score was pretty good. Oh yeah, but it was pretty good. That's the thing. Even in like Man from Snowy River Part 2, where Disney ruined it, the music was great. They still got Bruce Rowland to do it, so the movie was good. Next stream, Dean's top 10 worst movies. I'd like to see you do that first, Rob. It was super overrated and I didn't understand it. Bill, I remember walking out of the theater at Dr. Zhivago. Just couldn't watch the whole thing. You know, the Dr. Zhivago was one of these, what would they consider an epic movie, and very successful, but I totally get what you mean, Bill. It was depressing. I didn't like sort of the premise of it, and the ending. Oh, if you know, no spoiler alerts, but I just hated it. Still have yet to see Rogue One. Oh, I liked Rogue One. I know somebody said they didn't care for it. I did not expect to have 22 people on this late, and I'm just gonna go with it for a while. But the Dune books are pretty good. Oh, okay. I never read the books. I'm talking a lot here. I came up with another topic, top 10 guilty pleasure movies. Oh, okay. Kind of a Marvel kind of a thing, or just oh, I got one for you, Rob. I would have to put what's the movie with Schwarzenegger and Predator. Predator would be my guilty pleasure movie. That's one that I can watch many times. By the way, I didn't know, but Jesse Ventura used to come into the store where Bob and I worked, so we would see Jesse Ventura all the time. Remember Bob? He would come in and he would get just Twinkies and stuff like that. Rogue One was much better than I thought it would be. I'm going to wind down here. Wait, what did Angela say? I was an assistant manager at Hollywood Video for 4 years, and I've seen a lot of bad movies, but a lot of good ones. Oh, yeah, and they don't even have those kind of stores anymore, do they? But, yeah. No, I didn't. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate that. I have to admit, I wasn't a fan of Lost in Translation. I'm not sure I saw that one. That's why we all here. Yeah. Good one, Rob. High School Musical was just annoying. I never saw that. Where'd you go? Let's see. Oh, good. The dinosaur was awful. Okay. Oh, thanks, Rob. Hey, all right. Let's hit that like button. I haven't even hit the like button yet. All right, guys. Oh, yeah. Jesse Ventura would pull up to our store in his black Lincoln. Yeah, I remember that, Bob. Yeah. And then he became the mayor of Brooklyn Park. And, then he was in all these movies. And you guys, and then, of course, he became the, what was he, Bob? Was he the governor? I think he was the governor. I agree. One of my favorite movies also was Avatar. Oh, okay, Jay. I wasn't a big fan of Avatar, but I like the first third of Avatar. How's that? Oklahoma still has stores where you rent movies. Boy, we don't see that around here very much, Leanne. All right, I worked at Blockbuster too. Avatar is terrible. Okay, so Zoe hated Avatar. AJ liked Avatar. Sounds like we got a battle here. Maybe you guys better do this 10 tag challenge. Governor. Yeah, thanks, Bob. I remember Blockbuster. Avatar was good. Okay. All right, we've got some different opinions. All right, we're down there, folks. I just saw my viewership drop to 12. I think that's a good sign here. So I would like to tag Bill. Bill, would you consider, if you're still on, doing the your top 10 movie challenge? And maybe, you know what, we should get somebody else in here too to do it. Any of you can do it. I'd like to hear. I'd like to see some of you all do it. Maybe Zoe. Maybe you should do a top 10 movie challenge, or AJ. All right, I'm tagging 3 people here today. I'm tagging AJ, Zoe, and Bill. And let's see you do it. All right. I see AJ and Zoe's. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. I don't know that I ever even look at the camera real well here. I'm kind of trying to read the comments, but thanks for joining the stream. Thanks, Walt. Great to have you here. Thanks, Rob. Rob always helping me with my technical stuff. And Bill, Zoe, AJ, Angela, Leanne, Mary Ellen, Bob, who is my brother. Let's see, who am I missing here? Mary Ellen, Rob, Zoe. So our Disney Adventures, I think a lot of people have hopped off. Great. Thanks for joining. Have a great night. And Noah, awesome. I didn't know if you were still on, Noah. Thanks for joining, and we will see you guys soon.